to get the customary greetings. First up will be the officials that will go into the greetings, but it is the captain who leads her side in this momentous occasion. We're talking about Lydia Nanimus, and who is one of the key players for Ongos, and Herentals, on the other hand, led by the wonderful captain as well, and that will be Munemo, who is making sure that they too will get over the line. As we have a look at the team pictures being taken, and one looks at a beautiful bright day. It is supported by beautiful bright colors. This is the team of the moment. This is the fantastic team from Herentals from Zimbabwe, and team in the orange hailing from Namibia. They are FC Ongos, and they are ready to rumble. We are waiting for our officials who are responsible for this particular match, and they will take us through the proceedings. Our referee, it's the toss for the two captains, and Gloria Kikere or Sambula from Zambia, Maneo Ivodia Tau from South Africa, and the second assistant is Polotso Jeanette Mampara of Lesotho. The fourth official, Itumeleng Beauty Meticha, and the match commissioner is Brenda Kunda from Zambia. It is the lineup that has been put forward by the Herental Queens, and that to see Lindiwe Magwede in goal, Polite Mabika in that defensive role, together with Chipatiko, as well as Ayas Moyo, very celebrated in her country. Tumbarare Agnes is another player, but talent Mkwanda and Nyasha Munemo is expected to be in the lineup. A capable and able bench that is quite ready to take upon and be called upon when the time comes. And let's have a look at the opposite side with the team sheet. And the team sheet, this is the lineup for FC Ongos. It's Agnes Kausu in goal, Boitumelo Gamu in defense. Not forgetting Irene Cooper as well as Memory Ngonda. Fiola Filet in defense. It is Mulunga as well as Nanamas, and Kariri also in the midfield. Julia Rutendo and Katuka is the three strikers up front. Boitumelo Gamu, the other player to be in the attacking role. Well, Gloria Brown is the name, and alongside me for this encounter is Esther Shidron Banda. She will give us her analysis as the match progresses. The two sides come into this tournament, lots of expectation.
Well, Gloria, battle lines have been drawn. Now it's experience versus the FC Ongos and Herentals Queens. As we all remember, Ongos FC exited in 2021 as they were known as Tura Magic, and they exited without scoring any goal. And as we talk of Herentals Queens now, they're standing on a 2-year 38 unbeaten streak. So we have to look at what's going to happen to the both teams.
38 unbeaten streak is what Herentals Queens have in their sleeve, and these teams will make sure that they get over the line with a bang. In the pink uniform is the Herentals Queens, and they are attacking the goal from the right to the left of your screen, and Ongos in familiar orange and white attacking the goal from the left to the right of your screen. They both come in with a very attacking formation with 4 at the back, 3 in the midfield, 3 up front. So that speaks volumes about the team that really wants to get with their right foot forward. And we're talking about a very, very attack-minded coach in the lines of Simba Dedza, and that is the coach for Herentals. That will hacked away into the touchline. Mafuruse is available to receive that pass. There is some calm in that defense. There is some calm in that defense as a throw in for Herentals. Taking her time to find a teammate is Somanda. Ball on the left-hand side, whooped into the box, but comfortably into the hands of Agnes Kausu. Ongos, the team that seems to enjoy building from the back with great patience, and captain being put under pressure, and talking about the pressure, which eventually ended in a handball in a very, very promising position for Herentals. Free kick. Maud Mafuruse will take responsibility to take the set piece. She has to deal with the wall. Referee Zambumba wants the free kick taken at the right spot. So it is Mori Mafuruse who stands over that ball. Goalkeeper trying to ensure that a three-man wall does the job in protecting her goal mouth. Mafuruse has other ideas. It is Mafuruse. A ball that tried to get and aim it into the goal mouth. Well, that ball just going slightly away from the goal, and that will allow Ongos a time to breathe and also maybe launch an attack of their own. But defensive elements that are very evident. Alice Moyo leading from the back. Mafuruse with the ball that is bubbling up front and hacked away. Mafuruse seems to be quite peripheral in a number of attacks as that ball once again goes wide. It is a goal kick for Ongos. This is an academy that is being put together by various stakeholders down in the valley. Coach Shamagure, who is absolutely instrumental, supported by the sports director in Riccardo Minetti, who has definitely taken football by storm. Shot from distance and very good handling by goalkeeper, that is Magweda. Goalkeeper Agnes Kazu launches another shot. A long range shot, very important for a goalkeeper to have the range and pick out the players up front. The ball in a very comfortable position, which is far up front. And again, it is a defensive solid team showing some early signs of great cohesion and good communication. And that is from Herentals. Playing it back into safety and looking for the strong running. This time Bridget is also available. Mabika is another one of those players that is calling for supply.
Well, G, if you look at Mafuruse, she is known as reserved, but she's a silent killer, and if they're not careful, they might just get a surprise at Ongos' side.
Well, talking about Mafuruse, she is the silent killer. She is the celebrated player of Herentals. She does find the goal mouth with ease. She is absolutely dangerous, as quiet as she may be, and but on the field, she does the job that the coach wants her to do. Throwing. Ball is bobbling at the moment. Both teams are frantic and not settling into a rhythm, losing possession rather easily. As that ball yet again is looking for Julie up front. Katuta is also available. Boitsumelo also the striker, but it is Lindy Anonymous in the midfield. She's gonna have to put in a fantastic performance, a strong performance. Lavisa Malunga, who is the captain for the team from Namibia, pulling a foot away, just taking some precautions. Here is Herentals, a big miss by Polite Mabika, and a follow-up shot that goes all the way to the top, allowing the goalkeeper a moment to breathe. It's been a difficult opening 10 minutes. We're seeing the possession being given away.
Yes, indeed. They're using the same formation, 4-3-3, and it looks like they're having a difficult time to penetrate on both ends. And Coach Shama Gray of Ongos actually relying on Anna Shikusho, the 28-odd, who has actually she's a 30-man goal scorer.
While talking about Shigusho, right now it is Ongos that need to get some defending done as they're trying to push away and launch an attack of their own. And here is Anna Marie Shikusho, very strong, has got the pace, but yes, a good delivery that we'll be expecting. Memory Ngonda. Ngonda loses out, and this time it is Alice Moyo who will tidy up for Herentals. It's another opportunity. This time, Memory Ngonda takes that ball out to the left-hand side and loses her footing at a vital moment as she takes the ball out to the right-hand side. Many of the players were given an opportunity to get used to the artificial turf, as a majority of them are not used to these playing conditions. So we'll get to see quite a bit of slipping and sliding as we have a look at Irene Cooper, who's absolutely instrumental, together with Memory Ngonda. This team from Namibia is almost the entire national team. There are about 8 national team players that have donned the jersey of Ongos. They are in the starting lineup. So when you talk about muscle and you talk about expectation, on paper, one would be expecting the Namibian side to easily get over the line. However, the difficulty when we're seeing the defensive structure of Coach Simba Dadeza, who is really one of those coaches that wants his team to have fun, at the same time drive it to success.
Drive it to success, indeed, and the coach noted that it's about lessons and experience to perfect the implementation.
Almost 10 minutes on the clock, and Shalene Damba Murono sends the ball out to the far right-hand side, searching for Mutura. And safety first, which will allow Ongos to regroup in that defense. It's a throw-in, taken rather short, and interplay between Nyasha Munemo, losing out and turning possession into the opposite direction. Teams need to try and settle into some sort of rhythm and believe in the coach's plan, which has been very clear and very simple from day one. One thing that is certain, we've seen some glimpses of a very hard-working midfield in Munemo, Damba Murono, as well as Wanda. You're talking about a midfield playing with a diamond, and 2 defensive midfielders in Munemo and Zwamanda are expected to protect the back four. Free kick is given, and allowing Katuta the opportunity to launch the attack. Katuta sends a long ball up front, looking for Shikosho. A strike from Shikosho, comfortably into the hands of Magwede. That's a very hopeful ball from Magwede. But again, the intended person is Mafuruse. Mafuruse given chase, but runs out of the pitch. So far in 10 minutes, we're seeing both sides guilty of giving away possession.
Yes, indeed, giving away possessions, and experience means responsibility. That's what both coaches are betting on.
Looking for the experience, and we're talking about peers experience like Talent Mkwanda. We're looking at experience of Agnes Tumbare, not forgetting Diana Chipatiko. Those are some of the players the coach has restored his faith in. Shalene Damba Murono, you will hear a lot about this team as the Zimbabweans that have dethroned a Black Rhinos Queens side that was also quite menacing, blessed with some fantastic players like Rutendo, Mokore. But that just shows how the gap is closing as a foul and guilty of taking the player down. And this is in a very unfamiliar space where you don't want the goalkeeper to be forced into early saves. So we have a look at Herentals and how they'll use this ball. In the wall is Ngonda. Herentals have a free kick. 13 minutes on the clock. Can they make it count? Polite Mabika. Also available. Start. Ball. Good strike, but didn't dip quick enough.
Not quick enough, sadly, but it was a nice try. Ongos have roped in new 5 players, so we can see the change from what we saw 2021 and now 2024.
Well, talking about those 5 players, it is 5 players. Let's have a look at this in the replay. Peeling off the line as that ball should have a better outcome, as Polite Mabika was with acres of space on the left-hand side. But not getting that correct. As the match progresses, we'll definitely get to see the performance pick up. Throw in. Alice Moya goes all the way to goalkeeper Magwere. Magwere out to the left-hand side. Diana Chipatiko. Chipatiko playing with such comfort. It's a long ball down the left-hand side, cutting into the midfield and over the top in search of Modi Mafuruse. But a big hoof, it's in the air. Poor first touch by Irene Cooper, and that just giving possession to the opposition on the edge of the box. And that is an opportunity that went to begging, but good defensive work. Quite alert, Julia Ruchindo. Throw in by Herentals. Seem to be camping on this Namibian side. Header in the air as Lydia Nanimus tries to get control on the edge, and that is Kahiri. A strike from distance. Referee Gloria Keke doesn't like the challenge. Let's have a look at the foul there. So she's been held back, and the guilty party there is Zawanda. Just holding her back and not wanting that attack to be problematic for Herentals. Here is a rare opportunity for the team in orange, Ongos, playing it back in search of a very, very determined Kahiri. And safety first will apply. It's a throw-in. Ongos trying to keep control. Again, forced out. Is the captain Lavisa Mulunga. Down the line, searching for Memory Ngonda, and beaten to the ball by Alice Moyo. She leaves it for Kahiri. Ball whipped into the box, searching for Shikosho. But it's still bubbling on the left-hand side. Boitumelo Gamu sets it in. And very easy for the goalkeeper, Maguire.
Well, looking at Captain Malunga, she is really doing a good job when coordinating the defense, and you can see how she's enjoying all the plays back in front.
Here's a ball in the box, and very much important. That ball just going over the top. That was pretty close. Early warning signs as Mabika gives the thumbs up and appreciating the services she has received politely. So polite Mabika, who saw the opportunity, whipped that ball in and ricocheting from a teammate in Mafuruse, playing it back, spotting Polite in a good space. Should have rather forced the goalkeeper into a save.
She would have, and if she had just hit it a little bit higher, I'm sure it could have been a razor in the box.
Patience is what is expected, but here is Ongos. Ongos on the left-hand side with Irene Cooper. Irene needs the support, does find it by Lindy Nanimus. Nanimus is the strike from distance. That Memory Gonda strike traveled with some pace, but missing the target. Maguire losing possession. It's going as far as the midfield. Gondas losing out, and Shalina Dambamarumo winning it back for Herentals. Herentals in a comfortable position, looking for Zwawanda. Throw in for Herentals. Seems to be playing a little bit lopsided. More dominant on the right-hand side is Herentals. It's a long ball. Again, Herentals seem to be all over the park. This game just lacking a little bit of fluidity, but nevertheless, very, very tough indeed as Alice Moyo restores some calm. Playing it back to Moyo is Nyasha Munemo, using a goalkeeper Maguire. Maguire will take her time. Very much structured is Herentals. Playing with such calm, building up from the back. Tumbara Agnes. Moyo is available. Ball given away by the captain, showing some good feet. Here is Memory Ngonda. Ngonda in a wonderful position by Viola. Viola on the left-hand side for Ongona. Memory Ngonda is also available, but it's Herentals who hack it away, and a foul this time on Nyasha Monemo is one that referee Sambumba doesn't like, and free kick awarded to Herentals. It's taken quickly, but taken rather short. Nyasha Monemo. Long ball. Again, just a flick over the top and a mistake in that defense. And that's the opening goal. It had to take a moment of brilliance. And it is Maud Mafuruse who has been instrumental from the opening minutes. The dancing starts. The floodgates are open. 20 minutes on the clock. And Herentals get the first blood. Herentals make sure that they make it count. Goalkeeper coming all the way from her line, Maguire, to join in the fun. But it is Mori Mafuruse given all the room, given all the space, and she punished.
Mafuruse, as we earlier started, that she is reserved and a silent killer. She comes like a wind from nowhere. And when she has the space, she creates and she scores.
Well, looking at Mafuruse, that ball just getting a bounce and doing well to stay onside and just clipping that ball into the net. It was a very, very easy ball for Mafuruse, although having lots to do to control that as we go 1 goal to the good, and Mordi Mafuruse getting onto the score sheet. 21 minutes on the clock. Herentals draw first blood. Here they are, they're not done yet. In the box this time, some very good defending. It had to take Julia to tidy up. How do Ongos respond? Goalkeeper Maguire has got her foot on the ball, will take her time. Maguire, coach is asking them to really take their time about it. 600 kilometers away from Blantyre is Zimbabwe, and that is a long way away from home. However, when you look at Namibians who have traveled 2,366 kilometers to be at this tournament, that is a long trip.
A long way far from home, and you can see that maybe the fatigue, and here and there, if they keep losing those chances, they'll never get a chance to actually score a goal.
Moyo on the ball. Very comfortable is Moyo. Natasha Munemo. Munemo finds Moyo. They're playing it very nicely, but Memory Ngonda has got other ideas and beaten to the ball. Shikosha. Ball getting a bounce as Boitumelo Gamu will tidy up and still has the pressure of Shalene Dambo Morono to deal with, and takes a strike. This time the goalkeeper has closed her angles. This time she collects rather comfortably. Another long ball. Searching ball. Seems like it's route one for the goalkeeper. Herentals win that ball almost immediately as Agnes sends that ball in search of the players. Maybe a different approach in terms of building up will definitely pay the dividends. That is giving them a little bit more confidence on the ball, more time on the ball. Herentals settling very nicely as they switch the ball from left to right. Moyo finds Nasha Munemo. Munemo and Moyo seem to have a telepathic understanding. The intention was to find a very young Zabwanda, and unfortunately that ball being intercepted. Shikosho. The offside flag goes up almost immediately to stop Ongos in that particular attack. Kept in play. Herentals. Some tired legs already out there after 25 minutes. Here is Ongos looking for that moment, looking for the runner. Instead, deciding it's Fiola who decides to take the attacker to Herentals. Mafuruse looking for Mabika. Mabika beats into the ball, and a throw-in it will be for Ongos, as Boitumelo will comfortably obliged to take that throw-in, helped on by Lovisa. Another free kick in the midfield. Well, Mafuruse, who is the current goal scorer, who has separated the two sides. Her wonderful strike being the difference. That ball just coming over the top and nicely slotting it into the back of the net. And the celebrations begun. But it is an opportunity now for Ongos to get the ball on target. It's a corner. It's a corner to Ongos. Memory Ngonda given the responsibility to take the corner. Mpira Stadium slowly filling in. Corner for Ongos. They have the numbers defensively. They are outnumbered. It's pink shirts that are aplenty in the box. On the edge of the box and dealt with effectively. Here's Moyo using a pace, turning defense into attack. Moyo, she has company, and forces the ball out to Mafuruse, who is full of running, full of pace, and tries as hard as she might to keep that ball in, but was unable to do so.
Well, that ball came in hot and she couldn't keep up.
Well, not able to keep up because the pace of that ball was a little too much, but also a big ask of Mafuruse giving chase, but you cannot falter for effort and commitment and giving chase right up until the end. Intercepted by Shalene Dambamorono. Strong challenge this time. Zawanda was taken down, but the last touch coming off a pink jersey and throw in to Ongos. Gaining ground is Ongos, throwing, and that ball into no man's land as Ongos losing out. Coach thinking about a change already. Doesn't seem to like what he sees. A ball just bubbling over the touchline. Moyo given the responsibility to take the throw in, strong hands, looking for Mafuruse. Mafuruse just hacks that ball in the air on the left-hand side, and wow, trying to connect very well is Dambo Morono, and corner it is. Corner it is for Herentals. It is an opportunity for Agnes Kauzu to organize her defense, communicating with her players to take the positions, making sure the first pole, the last pole is protected. Corner. That ball causing chaos. Another chance! Beautifully done. It is Agnes. It is Tumbare Agnes. Tumbare Agnes gets a goal. Ongos could not deal with the ball that was bubbling and bubbling rather dangerously in the box. Tumbare makes it 2 for Herentals. Tumbare registering her name. So credit to be given to Herentals, using this corner to great effect. The ball was floated in, creating some confusion, good connection, and the rest is into history. Tumbare announcing her self at this tournament.
The goalkeeper didn't see that one coming, and Kumbari was just in the right spot to put it in the box. If they keep doing this, we might see more goals from Herentals.
One thing that is certain, goalkeeper was unsighted. Goalkeeper was unsighted to allow that ball, and defense failing to deal with the ball that was bubbling in that 18-yard area, and eventually Tumbare just making no mistake and giving an insurance goal to Herentals. Some lovely skill in the middle of the park from Nyasha Munemo. Herentals settling down very nicely. Zawanda. Ongos. Alice Moyo. Now is the captain of Herentals, playing it well with her goalkeeper, Talent Mkwanda. 30 minutes on the clock, 2-0. Cruising is Herentals. Talent Mukwanda plays with her goalkeeper, Maguire. Ball bubbling on the left-hand side. This time it's Romanda. Playing with such confidence, playing with such ease, playing with such calm. Herentals, they're in no hurry to get the ball up front. Now and then going all the way back to their goalkeeper from a very promising and attacking position. But if they find the goings tough as ball is given away and player going down to the ground as Fiona Fleet is the player that is bundled out of position, and the referee doesn't like it, gives the free kick to Ongos. And that's the challenge, taking a full hand to the face. And, unintentional. Good to see that player up and running, Fiona Fleet. Ongos making the first change. Fiona Fleet is the player that is giving way, and her place is being taken by Zoe de Kock. Zoe de Kock. She's at 1.72 meters high, is Zoe de Kock.
Zoe in to shake things up a bit on Ongos' side.
Again intercepted by Ongos. Here's Moyo on the ball with Samanda losing out, but the last touch was off Ongos player Zoe, who's just come in. It's a throw in for Herentals. Decent ball. Keeper comes out, calls for it, but shepherds that into. Goalkeeper coming way off the line to defuse the situation. Another moment as the ball finds its way again, hacking it into the stands, and hopeful that that will allow the defense to be reorganized. Goalkeeper Kauzu is quite frustrated and talking to her defense to get them to organize themselves. Lydia Anonymous needs to get hold of the midfield, and player going down in a heap is Poitumelo Gamu, who's operating on the left-hand side for Ongos. Medical team summoned onto the park, and player seems to be struggling, strapped on the left-hand side but holding on the right angle, this proving to be one of those players that has been through the wars.
Has been through the wars indeed, but she's a fighter. I'm sure as soon as she gets back on the play, we must see something that she can do, like a magic.
You're looking at Boitumelo Gamu, who's being helped off the park. And, she's been told to run it off. The pain can be quite intense, but the magic water will do the trick, and I'm sure Ongos will want her back onto the field. That's a drop ball from the referee. Immediately possession is turned over. Shalene winning it back. Moyo, who will bring a goalkeeper in, who's really been on holiday and enjoying the action from the back, and it's a decent ball out to Munemo. That ball will going all the way for a goal kick. Ongos will certainly be looking at the bench and wondering who can come in and turn this game on its head. They've already made one change, Zoe de Kock. It is a free kick to Ongos. Intercepted. And some good skill, some good work there by Polite Mabika. And that ball goes to no man's land. Keeper does well to save it from a corner. She realized that the earlier goal that was scored by Tumbare Agnes was from a standard situation, which was a corner kick. And this time, she'd rather have them take a throw in. Herentals losing out. Someone is losing out, but ball brought back again. And again, possession turned over. Just around the halfway mark. It's been really difficult to get Ongos to settle. After 37 minutes, they're still struggling to connect a few passes. That is Ongos. The early goal there from Mafuruse was enough to unsettle the team from Namibia. On the edge of the box, but a timely interception. Bridget Matora. But it is, again, Ongos with a very lanky frame of Katuta. Been asked the questions. Here's De Kock. And the referee spotting the infringement in the corner, and that is a foul on Lavisa Mulunga. And Lavisa Mulunga, it will be very important for coach Shamagure to get a player back on the park, and that challenge, that's the reason why Lavisa is receiving treatment. Strong challenge. 10 players from Herentals defending the set piece. 2 in the wall as Maguire makes sure that Ongos are not given a glimpse of the goal. It is a free kick for Ongos. They have Mulunga, they have Nanamus, they have Gamu to aim for. On the edge of the box, they also have Memory. Ball in the box and an important header. That was pretty close. That is quite encouraging. And that is quite a scare for Herentals. They need to organize themselves as one reaches 40 minutes of play. Moyo plays with her captain Monemo. Captain calls for it. Monemo brings goalkeeper in. They're trying to open up and draw in an Ongos side with the hope of the long ball that will catch them on the break and get into those difficult spaces and pockets of spaces that they're leaving behind. De Kock loses out, and losing out to Monemo. The chase is on. Here's an opportunity for Ongos. Keeper comes out, makes it look so easy. Her reading of the game is absolutely excellent. Maguire. Lindiwe Maguire. Lindiwe. Chakok has come in and looked rather exciting from the left-hand side, and seems to be causing problems for Tumbare, the goal scorer, one of 2 goal scorers in this match thus far. 40 minutes on the clock. 2-0 in favor of Herentals from Zimbabwe. Throw in. Here's Herentals. Moyo finds herself with acres of space, and that ball to intercepted, and a timely one. Coach doesn't seem too impressed. Moyo playing the 1-2, but that ball just skidding off the boot, and possession turnover to Ongos.
we're looking at Herentals enjoying nice passes and beautiful attempts to the goal. They just have to organize themselves with the defense.
Herentals' defense has been pretty solid, has been playing with the confidence. They also are able to connect those passes, sending the long balls. Timely challenge, timely interception. This time it's Katuta. De Kock brings in Chikusho. Losing out to Chikusho, and she's losing out to Tumbare, the goal scorer. She's quite livid with her teammates as Tumbare. That ball just ricocheting off the back of Shalene Damba Morono. Shalene is really holding her own in that midfield. It's really been a pillar, pivotal in the anchor role, given the responsibility to join the defense. She's on the ball as Shalene Damba Morono. A throw in, breaking up players. De Kock forced backward. Captain Mkwanda playing with such ease is Herentals, not being closed down. A lot of battle happening in the midfield.
After you conceded 2 goals in this game, all you can do is defense and a little bit of disorganize because the hearts are breaking.
Well, the emotions are flaring, the emotions running high, but I'm sure the coach will draw into words of wisdom to bring the players back into this match, as Ongos are finding the goings very tough. But there's another 45 minutes that they can look forward to. Talking about another 45 minutes, you're looking at the bench of Ongos. There's players like Twili Konjele, who could be Amukoto. She could come in and change the complexion of this match. You also got Juliana Scraver, another very experienced player who is a midfielder. If called upon, she could come in and give her best. Not forgetting Jordan Wallace, who has had a fantastic season. We're talking about Ongos, a team that had 1 draw in 22 matches. Quite explosive. 21 wins in the Namibian League, and hence earning a place to get to this particular tournament. So they definitely know pushovers. He has a through ball, beautiful ball looking for Shikosho. Anna Marie ran out of legs, and first to react was goalkeeper Lindiwe Magwede.
That ball came in real quick, and the goalkeeper was very alert.
Lindiwe playing with such confidence is Lindiwe Magwede, playing with her captain, that is talent, Mkwanda. Mkwanda brings in Moyo. Moyo trying, twisting and turning, but she has company. Irene Cooper, who was fouled in that moment, dilly-dallying in that defense, and I'm sure the coach will be talking to her to rather keep it simple in that defense. You definitely want your defenders to keep it simple. You definitely want your defenders to make sure that they apply safety first. And in that moment, losing out and causing the foul to Irene Cooper, she's still down, grimacing in pain.
Yes, there's so much pain right there. But talking about the defense, if the defense is not well coordinated, then, you know, the ball might just get in the box. So they need to really work hard on that.
As an opportunity for Ongos to pull one back before the break. Twili Konjele, Amukoto, and that ball is a teasing ball. Wow, pretty impressive stuff from Twili Konjele. Amukoto, keeper had it covered, she'll tell you. Lindiwe will say, bring them on. It's a long ball from Lindiwe. Gamu. De Kock. De Kock, that ball ricocheting off Gamu. Possession turned over to Herentals. 2 minutes to be added to the first 45 minutes. Just your summation of the first 45. What do you think of that?
It's been tough for Ongos FC. As we remember, in 2021, they were grouped in a tough group. And fate did spare them a game. They have also been drawn in a tough group. And as you can see, they've struggled to penetrate in front of Herentals Queens. So maybe if they can regroup and come back in the second half, one goal would not be so bad.
Well, just trying to pull one back will get them back into this match as Moyo does well and looking for some fancy footwork as Anna Marie Shukosho sends that ball. And free kick this time, just a little bit of a niggle on the ankles. And it's Amukoto, the player that's being fouled. Twili Kunjere, quite a menace. So you have a look at that foul. As Amukoto being nibbled on the ankles. And that just giving the free kick to Ongos. This team definitely in a bit of a rebuilding phase with the acquisition of the young, energetic players that they've brought in to give them the balance, to give them the structure, to give them a mix of youth and experience. Twili Kunjele, the captain, is about to get a yellow card, but I don't think the referee is certain of who she wants to give the yellow card to. And asking questions is Talent Mkwanda for that foul. Yellow card for Herentals captain and Lovisa. Ball in the air, bubbling. And here is Herentals under pressure, but ball is bobbling. We've just played the 2 minutes, a free kick on Mafuruse. As Modi Mafuruse is the player to be fouled. Very energetic. Where's that jersey number 10? A lot of expectations from a player with the jersey number 10.
Indeed, player jersey number 10 and 11 always have pressure on them because they have to create, they have to assist, and they have to make sure that goals are going in the ball. Usually a very much attacking midfielder. I'm talking about attacking midfielder, Bridget just losing out, and referee Gloria Keke Sambumba brings an end to the first 45 minutes in which Herentals have been dominating proceedings. It was a goal in the 21st minute by Modi Mafuruse that opened up the first goal of the tournament, and then followed up by Tumbare Agnes, and this after a bit of confusion in that defense. But I'm sure one is looking forward to a better second half from Ongos, and a substitute made Zoe de Kock coming in and changing the complexion of the match. But in a huddle and in the middle of the park is Herentals that lead by 2-0. Tumbare in the 29th minute, and Mafuruse who scored in the opening 20 minutes. 2-0 the scoreline at Mpira Stadium.
While the excitement continues, minute we talk of the statistics that showed in the first 45, just to give you the scorecard there, as dominance by the team Herentals, and throwing in all departments as we confirm that scoreline. Herentals 2 and FC Ongo no. And looking at the manner in which Herentals started this particular match, they were like a house on fire, settled between the two rather quickly. And this is the highlight, as Mafuruso whips in a ball that was sending early warning signs, as Mori again was called into action. Defensive expectations, but this time Mabika being the player to take a strike and missing out that one completely. Polite also contributing, as the goalkeeper on the other end, Lindiwe Maguire, did ever so well to tidy up for Ongos. But they were not done yet. Here is the opportunity. Ball over the top, and that didn't dip quick enough. And early warning signs for Herentals, as the goalkeeper only but looked at that with no bother at all. But talking about no bother, it pushed us to Modi Mafuruse, who continued to be a threat in this first 45 minutes, as we looked at Shikisho taking a shot from distance, a most feared player. But that ball that came over the top, finding Modi Mafuruse with acres of space, doing well to beat the offside trap and getting that ball in the back of the net. It was 1-0, and the party began as Modi Mafuruse gets her name registered and gets into the history books as being the first goal scorer of the 2024 edition of the CAF Women's Champion League qualifiers in Blantyre, Malawi. And we're not done yet, as again, Herentals, who seem to have been looking at Swabanda to contribute, and contribute she did as the match progressed. It was a corner, and not able to deal with that defense, and Tumbare Agnes making sure that the goalkeeper, who was partly blinded in that moment, millions of players, number of bodies to deal with, but good control, and second goal to the good to give Herentals the much needed lead going into the break. They were absolutely dominant, especially in defense and in the middle of the park, but a foul, and this time on memory, Ngonda was enough to give a free kick to Ongos, a team from Namibia. Continued to foul the players. There's Alice Moyo, but this time it was a beautiful ball that was whipped in. Keeper had that covered, and it was Amutuko just making sure that she reminds the people of her quality. Now, those are the fans, and we do hope after the break you will join us as we confirm the scoreline at the Imperial Stadium. 2-0 in favor of Herentals. is the scoreline at the Imperial Stadium as Herentals have drawn first blood. If you are just joining us, 45 minutes is done and dusted. Tumbare Agnes scoring the second goal, and Modi Mafurute in the 21st minute got the tongues wagging. It is all systems go here in the second half as the two teams get into a huddle. Ongos in the orange uniform and white stockings, they are up against it. And this time it is Herentals in the all pink. I like to call them the Pink Panthers of the tournament. Everything is pink. It has a little bit of white trimmings, and it is Ongos that is attacking the goal from the right to the left of your screen. Already having conceded 2 goals is Agnes Kauzu, and on the other hand, Herentals goalkeeper Lindiwe Magwede has been absolutely phenomenal in goal, playing with such calm, playing with such poise. It is Ongos that get us underway. Anna Marie Shikosha, who didn't really get to see much of the action or didn't get much of the supply, I'm sure she will certainly be expected to do a lot more here in the second half. And hard at work, full of pace is Tumbare Agnes, one of the 2 goal scorers in this tournament, just hacks that ball away, clearing the danger. We throw in Somanda. Captain to tidy up for Ongos using a goalkeeper, Agnes Kazu. Julia. She's really had a lot of work to do, is Julia Ruchindo. And offside call, the flags go up. That is Poloto Mapara, who is hailing from Lesotho. She's supported by Maneo Evodia. Maneo Evodia Tau, no relation to Percy Tau, I might add. Here is Herentals. Lovely ball on the ground, onto the left-hand side. It is Mutura, and that ball a little too strong for Mutaura. Goal kick it is. And Ongos, Amatuka to the left-hand side. Decent ball looking for De Kock. And as much as she gave it her all, just runs out of room is Zoe. Zoe came on in the first 45 minutes around the 40th for Fiola Fleet. A throw in. Mafuruto is doing it all. She's scoring the goals. She's given the responsibility to take the throw-ins. Here's Amukoto, Tweli Konjele Amukoto. She's really been a revelation in that midfield, trying to hustle and close down, win the ball for Ongos. And here is Anna Marie Shikosho. She has the strength. She has the ability to play with her back to goal and looking for the support play. Slow incoming. Slow incoming. Anywhere will do. Captain in the midfield, Lydia Nanimus. Herentals, Mafurute. Looking for Arana, and does find that in Mutaura. Availability of Nyasha Monemo, quite impressive on the edge of the box, and Amutuko, De Kock. Playing with a high line, pressing from the front is Herentals. De Kock is available. Instead, looking for Anna Marie Shikosha. Shikosha trying to turn, looking for space, but guilty of giving away possession. Here's Herentals. That's a decent ball. On the edge of the box is Amutuku. Moyo will look for the support, and this time talent Mukwanda is available. Keeper is also available. 48 minutes on the clock. Herentals
Herentals enjoying ball possessions and beautiful passes. Mafuruse is on fire.
We're talking about the passes in between the lines being found with ease and comfort. Really, this team just putting the ball on the ground, but they have the ability to mix it. Here's the long ball, troublesome ball, and bumps comfortably into the hands of Kauzu. She has the option to play Julia. Goalkeeper goes route one. This time looking for Irene Cooper. There's a battle, and the battle, it's Damba Murono. Wins it back as Shalene looking to put on the afterburners. Damba Murono gets a foot on, trying to get the crowd behind her. And that ball looking for a corner.
Looking for a corner indeed, but it was a wasted opportunity.
Julia losing out. They need to really settle down. Is Ongos. You don't want history to repeat itself. 2021, Black Rhinos mesmerized, beating them by 3-0, followed by Green Buffaloes, who too were unforgiving, suffering a 1-0 defeat in 2021, eliminated in the group stages. But a good start for coach Simba Dedza. He's here to get the business done, he says, as Nyasha Munemo picks herself up.
With her beautiful hairstyle, she's like, it's not a big deal. Let's keep this game going.
Well, one thing that you will find with women's football is the beauty and the brains. Not that the men don't get the brains, don't have the brains. They certainly do, but the women are more focused. Still battling it out for possession as De Kock plays it back and bringing in Memory Gonda. De Kock gets a return pass. She's going to look for that long ball and does thread that ball very well. A keeper comes out way off a line, does well, playing pretty much like a keeper sweeper. There's Amutuko. She can shoot them from distance, but easy into the basket for goalkeeper Lindy.
She was just right there waiting for that ball to land in her hands. She's very elate. Look at her height. You know that wherever the ball is coming up, left, right, she's going to be there to hold it.
Good control shown there by Amukoto. She picks it with the left foot, gets a first touch, and lets rip with the right foot, forcing the keeper into a very, very comfortable save. Workaholic of note is Tweli Konjele. Paul Moyo losing out. This time it's Lovisa out to the left-hand side as Irene Cooper tries to keep that momentum going. Natasha is available, wins that ball for Ongos. She can shoot if she wants, but losing out to a business-like defense of Herentals. The ball is in the air. Shikosha. Oh, clash of heads and both players go out. We talk of load shedding. Those are lights out.
Lights out on both sides, but who will be the first to get up?
Well, the miracle water will do the job. And the medical team summoned on. Well, this is one injury that the referee has to stop play almost immediately when there is a clash of heads. And they really want the players to get the attention. So I'm not surprised that both medical teams were very quick off the bench to get onto the field. This is how it happened as they both go up and focused on the ball. Tweli Konjale falling down like a chopped tree.
Like a chopped tree, indeed. That's why the medical teams have to run so fast, because injuries to the head can really cause damage.
So, great effort there. And Coach Simba giving in a few more instruction. Damba Moromo is on the touchline just to hydrate. Also looking for those balls down the wings. This is a coach that plays very expansive, uses the width of the field to great effect. On the other side, Ongos are hoping that players are up and about. Katua is in. Well, here's the crowd who have come to witness the match on hand, as they are looking more for goals. They are spoiled already with 2 goals that have been scored, that by Herentals. And also you're looking at Ongos as Tweli Kondele Amukoto is ready to get onto the pitch, still grimacing in that pain and holding the head. Well, that is Green Buffaloes, the team that is so much talked about, that holds the records for the most number of appearances of a club at the COSAFA Women's Champions League qualifiers.
Yes, and the 2022 winners as well. They've been on this journey 4 times, and they're here again, maybe to regain the trophy.
Well, they fancy their chances since Mamelodi Sundowns, who have already qualified for this tournament, they are out in the USA. They were beaten this morning by 3-0 by Kansas City, and they have already booked their spot. So, just one winner from this tournament will progress to join Mamelodi Sundowns on the big stage. Ina Ndapewa Katuta is been asked by the goalkeeper to get that goal kick. Here's Ongos. They have De Kock on the left-hand side, and not picking her head up. Here's De Kock. If spotted, she has acres of space. A little bit of selfish play there by the Ongos player, Memory Ngwanda. Number 17 should have picked her head up and spotted the space that was opened up on the left-hand side.
And Zoe was actually open, and as soon as the ball went out, I'm sure she was like, I was here, I was open, should have thrown that ball next to me.
Well, here's an opportunity for Herentals. Definitely a different business-like Ongos here in the second half. They've got some defending to do and good communication, but Mafuruse is pressing hard and pressing high, looking for an opening. Mafuruse pickpocketed this time by Tweli Kondele, and it is a throw-in. Throw-in taken by Mutura. De Kock. Oh, mistake made inside the box and helped out. This time it is Julia who had to assist defensively. Throw in for Herentals. They haven't stopped running as Herentals. Ball played back. Shalene Damba Morono. She's available yet again. Damba Morono whips that ball into the 18-yard, but it's whipped back again in the air and comfortably brought down, showing good control. Bridget Mutaura, but here's Ongos. Oh man, the captain putting in a captain innings. Talent, Mukwanda. Here's Shikosho. And that is the ball that is being looked for. Here is Ongos. If played right, needs a support play. Shikosho, but that's a really poor ball. Shikosho! Off the woodwork. Follow up. Fantastic effort. 28 goals in the league, 2 in the cup for Anna Marie Shikosho.
This is the first time now she's been registered in that I am right here, I am here with you guys, and there she just surprised us.
Well, this is what she can do. Good connection, showing good technical skill in terms of her first touch, which really got that ball whipping it furthest away. One thing I can assure you is that keeper had no chance.
Had no chance indeed. She didn't see that one coming.
As this match fast reaches the 1 hour mark.
Substitution for FC Ongos. Out is number 14.
That's the Deputy Mayor of Blantyre, Mr. Isaac Jomo Osman, embracing us with his presence here.
Well, that's how important the championship is, and having pulled out all the big guns, so we got to really say thank you to COSAFA for putting off a fantastic bringing in guests of such seniority.
And not only is he a deputy mayor, but also the owner of Mtopwa FC, who actually attended and participated in last year's tournament, 2023, even though Mtopwa exited in the first group.
And Mtopwa FC, they finished the tournament exiting in the group stages. And they are being replaced
by Ascent Academy.
Ascent Academy.
Yes.
Interesting times. Yeah. Corner. Ball floated into the box. One needs headers, and unfortunately on that occasion, just under the ball, Lovisa Mulunga not getting the technique right. Lovisa Mulunga.
Lovisa is actually has been given a yellow card. For a captain, that must be a hard pill to swallow, don't you think?
Yeah, well, for captains, they definitely get all the dirty work done. They stop play. They make sure that they frustrate opposition. They are the leaders in the park, and sometimes you've got to take one for the team. And she did exactly that as a captain by making sure that she was very disruptive in that moment. Hence, the referee not hesitating to give her the yellow card. 2 goals to the good for Herentals. And Ongos have come out in the second half, a much better performance thus far.
Yes, after choking 2 goals, you should be able to come back higher, and you cannot let mistakes like those go by. They just had to come back stronger.
I think also the coach had the opportunity to calm his players who seemed to be overawed by the occasion, which was pretty surprising considering that majority of these players who were part of Tura Magic in 2021 could not turn on the magic. One would have expected an experienced side like them with 8 national team players to show their mettle on the park.
One should have used lessons from the past and brought in the experience, considering that the Herentals are coming here for the first time. So
here's a chance. Take a shot. Oh, that's missing rather close. Mori Mafuruse letting rip from distance. You can't be guilty of giving a sneaker like Mafuruse, a silent killer like Mafuruse, a player who has the ability to create space for herself, so much room to be able to turn defenders and get a shot.
She comes from nowhere. She's like a wind. Where you don't expect her to be there, she exists.
That ball bobbling in the air. A good work this time. It is Memory Gonda winning it back for Ongos. Trying to string a few passes. Lydiana Nanamus losing out. Still bobbling in the air. And one's got to be careful with the clash of heads. So we have a look at Julia trying to send De Kock. But anywhere will do. And we'll give chase. This is Mafurute, but she has company in Katuta. Katuta does well, and after all the hard work, Katuta plays the ball all the way out when De Kock was waiting for the supply.
Was waiting for the supply indeed. With those long legs from Mafurusi, it actually went to waste.
some decent passes, but again, it's the defense marshaled by Tumbare, Agnes Tumbare, and a foul on Munemo. The referee is talking to this is the challenge foot up, and it is Beverly, the player who has got a yellow card, and Melody Chikore comes on for Bridget Mutaura, the coach having the luxury of switching players right now.
And this is the first change.
There's a chance for Ongos. Beautifully done and accepted. Those were the balls that the coach was looking for. Put the pace, putting the afterburners, but the flag is up for an offside. The flag is up for an offside call. And there's players that are flat on the ground out of your picture. And referee just opting to make sure that she has a look at the welfare of the player before acknowledging her linesman. So it is important for the medical team to organize the player. We can have a look at that goal and why it was disallowed, but for now let's have a look and hope that the player is up and about. Looks like Zoe de Kock, the player that is limping off, bearing in mind that she came on in the first half for a Fiola. Here is Herentals. It's Mafurute. There's been changes. You didn't pick them up. Can you check? Okay. There's a free kick. And for Ongos. Tweli Konjele sends the long ball. Mafurute gets a decent touch. Back heel there for Munemo. Tweli Konjele tidies up and gives away the throw-in. 31 degrees. She's asking for the players to be in the box. Modi Mafuruse. There's another player flat on the back, just hoping to receive attention. And, it is Herentals medical team that is a bit concerned. That looks very, very... She gets up rather gingerly, being helped onto the stretcher. The heat also playing a role. Being stretched off momentarily. Herentals just down to 10 men. What's the number of the player? Looks like... I'll just get the name of the player that went down, Melody Chikore. She's the player that is being stretched off. Ball in, header away. And Moyo, who's been full of running in that defense. Moyo, who's full of pace. Moyo, who is in a menacing condition. So, throw in is taken rather quickly. Tweli Konjele playing it back, and this time she looks for Lydiana Anonymous. And that just running out of room as Anonymous is put under pressure and forced. A lot of forced errors coming to the fore for Ongos. I still believe that that offside goal was enough to give them the confidence that they can bridge a very solid defense that has been on display from Herentals.
Indeed, it has given them confidence. And as you can see now, they're actually playing in front and the ball possession in the middle. They're actually coordinating very well, the strikers and the midfielders. So we might be surprised again by Ongos FC.
A change for Herentals. In comes Melanda. Chibwanda. Melanda. She comes on for Munemo, number 24, who seems who was stretched off and doesn't look like she'll be coming back on the park. De Kock losing out. Forced to defense, forced to organize. It is a throw-in, and polite Mabika obliges. Tuli Konjele. That's another opportunity to get to stretch the lead, and Herentals make sure that they pull another one to make it 3-0, and it is Melody who sings the melody. She's just come on here in the second half. A beautiful piece of play, and made it look so simple.
Made it look so easy, and the coach knew exactly what he was doing when he substituted number 20 to number 5. We can see now Melody that she just scored a beautiful, a wonderful, a brilliant goal, and you can see on the look on her face. Look at her smile now.
Absolutely excited. It was a ball from Mafuruse over the top, one bounce, and Melody says, thank you very much. That ball just bouncing in a danger area, keeper coming out, couldn't do much, and making sure that the team from Zimbabwe cruise. Is there another one? Mafuruse, and an offside. This time the flags were up to the rescue. They're looking for that fourth goal. The third goal, definitely an insurance goal.
Definitely an insurance goal to secure them to semi-finals. They're here to register.
I think semi-finals are still too far away. They still need to play in the group stages. They've got to deal with, in Group A, they've got to deal with a serious Green Buffaloes. They've got to deal with University of Western Cape in Group A. Those are the 4 teams, and later on this afternoon it will be University of Western Cape up against Green Buffaloes. Well, right now the action is between Herentals and Ongos. Group B, which is the fixtures that will take place tomorrow at this very same venue. Gaborone United from Botswana and União Desportiva de Lichinga from Mozambique, as well as Ascent Academy from Malawi. Now do expect a full house when the home girls come out to play. Young Buffaloes as well from Eswatini. They will be doing duty tomorrow at this very same venue. Let's get back to the action as De Kock takes the throw-in, and another floater, dipping well, but not quick enough, as goalkeeper watches that all the way, Lindiwe Maguire. She's really come in and given them the attacking impetus. She's really one of those strikers that is not afraid to take on the defense, but she shows some good ability to shoot from distance, is Zoe De Kock.
Zoe, since she came into play, she's been all over the field and helping, assisting, and she is really, really confident, and you can see how hard she's working in the field.
Well, definitely since coming on, she's really put the right foot forward. She's given Ongos an opportunity to use her as a target player, but very often she's drifting a little bit wide, and maybe if she could just switch places with Shikosho, she could be a menace, as Shikosho seems to be the player that loves running at defenders. But De Kock, certainly, if faced in front of goal with the goalkeeper, I think she has a good foot to bury that. But again, we've got the defense of Herentals protecting that corner. It is a corner, nevertheless.
Another corner. Another corner for Ongos. Let's see who's going to take that. That's Zoe. If Zoe can take that straight and penetrate through that wall, we might just actually get a goal from Ongos this afternoon in the second half.
Corner for Ongos. How is this played? We need the quality ball that would come in and find the height of Zoe de Kock, who finds herself in the box. Number 24 is Zoe de Kock. She will be the recipient of this high ball. Keeper comes out. Here's Zoe on the ball. First touch letting her down. And Melody does well to hack that ball away. Melody does well to hack that ball away. So Ongos, who've brought on quite a number of players onto the park, have certainly given a fight. It's a throw-in, and the player to take the throw-in is Lovisa Mulunga. Mulunga beaten to the ball by Mafuruse. Hop, skipping and jumping away from the challenge as Zwamanda seems to be quite an intelligent player. Zwamanda gets into spaces, gets into the pockets, and that is the foul as Zwamanda continued to run and losing a balance. She goes right through the player. Lovisa Mulunga guilty on that occasion. She's got to be careful. She's treading on thin ice. She's got a yellow card already.
She already has a yellow card, and being the captain, yes, how many pills is she going to swallow at this time?
Moya sends that ball right back. And here is Melody. Melody giving chase. Easy for goalkeeper Agnes. First touch letting it down as she traps the ball, but fortunate that it falls to a teammate. Here's Ongos. A decent ball. And that would have caught the goalkeeper because it was certainly Amukoto who fancied a shot. Saw the keeper off a line. You can't fault them for effort. 15 minutes to go to the 90, plus referee's optional time. Ongos are chasing this match with 3 goals against them. Here's a chance for Melody. Continue to run, and Mafuruse is in good space. And almost an own goal. The bubbling of the ball saving the keeper. And that is really what happens on an artificial turf. The awkward bounce of the ball has got to be guarded. Absolutely delightful. Jordan Wallace. Jordan Wallace, that is the pass from Melody, and just ricocheting away from the post. Keeper will tell you she had it covered, but it hits the woodwork and away from the goal, helped on by Tulikonjela Amukoto.
The defense was caught unaware, and if one more mistake like that can be made, and we can call this a very, very, very bad wound to heal from.
Tulikonjela on the ball, looking for a good turn by Zoe de Kock. Down she goes. Free kick to Ongos. Another yellow card, and this time Polite Mabika gets into the referee's book. Yellow card for Polite. There was nothing polite about that challenge. Amukoto. Seems like the goal scorer decides to come and join in the action as Tumbare goes down in the box. Also hustling away is Zwawanda. And, she loses out. A goal kick it is. Agnes, who's had to pick the ball out of her net twice, has soldiered on with 10 minutes to go. Can they find the back of the net? Zoe's available. They need to play that quick 1-2, giving chases Shikusho. It's a little too strong for Anna Marie Shikusho.
That was a bit too strong and a bit far, and considering the way the sun is, they haven't had a water break, but the girls are still fighting.
Well, water breaks are definitely something that the tournament organizers will look at, and very often they look at the heat stress machine to see how dangerous it is, and anything above 27 degrees usually calls for a water break. We're seeing the players soldier on as Shikosho gives chase that ball, getting an awkward bounce, and trying to eliminate the defender, but doesn't get hold of that. And really just tame effort from Shikosho. Tame effort indeed. Quite a number of players or changes on the field. Swan sees Beverly who's come onto the park. Changes were made during the break. Beverly's come on. So did Juliana Blow, who is very experienced. Three changes are spotted. Juliana Blow. Throw in. They haven't stopped fighting, these Ongos.
That's a good spirit. When you have a team who doesn't stop fighting, even if they're behind, you can tell that they want this so bad. They want to be here. They want to fight on.
Throw in by Lovisa Malunga. Zoe de Kock does well to ride a challenge. Ball crossed into the box. And equal to the task is Talent Mukwanda. Mafuruse. It's the referee spotting a foot up or studs up. And that will just give Ongos the opportunity to get an indirect free kick. Or is it a direct free kick? What is the signal? 3 players in the wall. Maguire will have to organize a defense. They don't want to concede. A number of orange jerseys have made their way into the box and are looking to receive a quality ball from de Kock. Available is Beverly. Juliana. That ball would spin and quite elusive. Nobody getting a touch. Nobody getting a touch. You need the quality. You need to get that ball into the kitchen, as they say, and that will be troublesome. Here's Herentals yet again. De Kock will give chase. Will she keep it in play? A little too much to ask of de Kock, but she will allow that because she wants the throw in a pretty advanced position. She leaves that, and she leaves that for her captain.
We can see now Ongos forcing and actually going to the Herentals Queens goals. They're pushing so they can have a goal in there.
Another offside by Herentals. Mafuruse. She's definitely a player that needs to be looked after. She's definitely a player that needs to be closed down very quickly. Amokoto. Here's Mafuruse all over the park. Great energy levels and a future star. Lovisa. A little bit of skill. Amokoto. Amokoto plays with Katuya. Here's Lovisa. Lovisa finds de Kock on the left-hand side. De Kock showing a bit of pace and also trying to cross that ball on the run. It's just bundled out of play.
out of play and out of the box. So frustrated. Zoe is doing her best. She's trying, she's running, but no avail.
Jordan Wallace is needing the supply. Hasn't seen that much of the action as Jordan Wallace. Ball in the air, and Katuya winning that for Ongos. Amukoto on the ball, and hacked away by Memory. Jordan Wallace. Both players going down, and the chase is on. Melody Chikore found in an offside position. All playing with the goalkeeper, Agnes Kauzu. Mistake made. And, Melody is pressing up and pressing high. Here's De Kock, showing some skill as De Kock. A ball is overcooked. Here's Melody. Melody! Wow, good connection, good attempt. First time volley. And that ball just drifting away from the goalmouth. Ongos playing a dangerous game by inviting Herentals. Falls backward is Mabika.
That Melody is a live wire. Ever since she entered the field, she is pressing on, and trying to get the second ball for herself.
Well, she definitely does show some glimpses of a great effort, glimpses of great attacker as Melody Chikore. When you're looking at players like Zwanda, Mafuruse and Moya, those are the three players who do play for the Zimbabwe national team. You can see the experience coming handy. Oldest player at 33 years of age, and that is Lindiwe Magwere, the goalkeeper. Throw in. Lovisa Mulunga, De Kock. Anywhere will do for Herentals. They've got 4 minutes to the 90. Lovisa Mulunga. It's a big ask for the team from Namibia. Showing some fight, Memory Ngonda, bringing that ball into the box, and two-footed challenge from Talent Mukwanda. She's really a no-nonsense defender, is Talent.
No, she is not letting any ball pass by, and she's doing a good job by creating and building a wall so that the Herentals should have a hard time penetrating on their box.
Talking about a hard time penetrating, you're also looking at great work from Herentals. Here's a header, and well, brilliant effort, and that ball was very quickly turned out by Malanda Chimwamba. Malanda came on in the second half. As a keeper, Lindiwe Magwere organizes her defense. Malanda got an important touch. They're really proving to be disciplined defensively. You're looking for all the fundamentals of great defending. The spaces between the defenders is on point. The midfield does very well. And also you find that up front, they seem to have a lethal attack in Mafuruse, Melody, who's come on for Bridget, as well as Mabika. Mabika seems to have dropped a little bit into the midfield. And there's a player down. It looks like Monemo. I'll just get confirmation of that. In actual fact, it's Zoe De Kock, the player who's down in a heap and holding her ankle.
An injury caused by Julianne, her fellow
teammate. Yeah, they ran into each other, Zoe and Juliana Blow, and wistful way is Zoe De Kock. And this is a player who I believe needed a lot more supply, a lot more service from the midfield. But let's have a look at the changes. The coach has the luxury to make those changes. And looks like Loveness will be coming on. Melody's in. You're also looking at Nyoni, another player. Number 8, Diana Chipatiko is the player out. Shalene is also making away. Shalene has given way. And Prayans Zwanda. And well, Loveness, Melody, as well as Nyoni coming on. Melinda, another player to come on. And the coach has the luxury to do that with 3 goals to the good. And just the referee's optional time to give the players a run and get the stage fright. And the board is up with 3 minutes to be added by referee Sambumba. She's had a decent day at the office, is referee Sambumba, who does duty and comes from Zambia. Sambumba under pressure from Beverly, winning it back for Ongos. Beverly just needs to release the ball, and releasing the ball and finding Lavisa. Lavisa showing some good skill and taken down this time. Made it look so simple, but quite effective, as Lavisa showing what she can do. Well, if you go out there, also have fun.
Well, she felt like a bag of maize, but she really wanted to go get that ball in, but she didn't have anyone who she could have thrown the ball in.
Well, there's been a lack of supply for the players from Ongos, especially for the player with the ball. They need to get a lot quicker into the box. They need to get a lot, make quick decisions to support the player with the ball. A free kick it is. Can they pull one? Clean sheet will be in the bag for Lindiwe Magwede. It is a clean sheet on the cards for Lindiwe Magwede. However, when you're looking at Ongos, free kick, keeper comes out and goes back on the edge of the box. Beautifully done. That is what one was expecting. It's Katuta just pulling one back. Katuta for Ongos seemed to be playing that exceptionally well. Katuta Ndapewa, when they get that second ball coming out from the box, they have players like Zoe de Kock. They've got Katuta, and latching onto that ball was Ndapewa Katuta, and giving them the goal. This time, different, getting your first goal in this tournament, 2021. They left the tournament without scoring a single goal.
Finally, they have finally gotten a goal in, and like when they first debuted in 2021, that was beautiful, and the goalkeeper didn't see that one coming.
Tweli Kunjele Amokoto is winning the ball for Ongos. Battles on, showing some good strength and tenacity. A fight in the midfield. Katuya. Lavisa. And the referee's time is up, and she can blow a whistle anytime now to bring an end to the first game of the tournament, to get the nerves off from all the players, getting the games started at such a frantic pace as Herentals, and also getting 3 goals to the good, and making a statement. They are going to be a team that has sent a message. They are going to be a team that troubles a number of opposition. Referee Buma brings an end to this match at the Mpira Stadium. It is Herentals that are victorious by 3-1. Wonderful goals that were scored. Maud Mafurutse getting onto the score sheet, followed by Tumbare Agnes, and the third goal scored by Melody Chikore coming off the bench. Business-like performance by the Queens, who have made sure that they get the 3 points that they need and they can settle into some sort of rhythm. Hard luck to Ongos, who put on a brave fight and pulling a goal back, and that was late in referee's optional time. In the 92nd minute, Katuta getting on to the score sheet. We confirm the scoreline from Mpira Stadium. It's Herentals Queens 3, Ongos Ladies 1. Here are the highlights of the first 45 minutes. It was a ball that floated. We apologize for the technical glitches that we are experiencing, but we'll certainly show you without fear or favor the action that took place at the Mpira Stadium, as the players still get into a huddle and are quite happy with their proceedings in today's encounter. But it was very much a decent performance. They dominated most parts of the field. They continued to throw in the shots coming from the left and the right-hand side. If you're looking at the dominance of Herentals, they had 13 shots with 4 of those on target and with 2 yellow cards. Well, from a statistic perspective, I disagree with the percentage in terms of ball possession, because it was definitely a dominance by Herentals Queens. And when you're looking at a turnover as well, they really made hard work for Agnes Kazoo in goal. And the corners dominated by the team from Namibia, hoping to use their height and pace with 3 offsides in that particular match. Let's look at how the first half turned out. It was a shot very early, but comfortably into the hands of goalkeeper Lindiwe Magwere. It was a shot from Katua from distance, but here's the moment that everyone was really hoping would make a difference and bring back a team that has got intentionals. As Bridget tries to take the strike, it wasn't to be. Goalkeeper there also living rather dangerously as the ball bubbled across the face of goal, but it was Herentals who won it back. And looking at the presence of Anna Marie Kuto taking a shot, keeper was beaten hands down, but that ball not finding the target as Anna Marie was asking the questions from distance. But it was turning defense into attack. The woodwork coming into the rescue. And this is where Modi Mafurutse continued to strive and missing that post rather narrowly. On the turn, on the volley, keeper had no chance. They continued to fight, and that was with the brilliant efforts coming in from Munemo. Munemo whipping in the ball, but substitute Melody Chikore getting onto the score sheet, and that was the third goal. Brilliant effort, keeper coming out and unable to stop that shot. The officials, who were quick to pick up the flag in that moment, but not done yet, as Katua also launches one of those long balls up front, which seemed to have paid dividends for Ongos in this match. Players like Zoe de Kock were present and were the recipients of some good long balls. But here we get a bustling Zwamanda, who got a free kick for her efforts, and also a yellow card that was given by the referee. But again, one would look at Melody Chikore, who picked her head up, looked for Mafurutse in the box. That ball ricocheting off the woodwork yet again, and lived to see yet another moment gone a-begging. It is Beverly from Ongos who was twisting and turning on the edge of the box and unable to find the target. Again, dominance in the midfield by Herentals, sending early warning shots. And, that was a clash of Zoe de Kock with her own teammate that really frustrated coach Shamba Gure on the bench. But then a free kick gave them a bit of reprieve. The free kick, and that was a free kick which was giving them hope. And goalkeeper there had no chance. Ball played back, good connection, and Katuja getting onto the score sheet. That's how it ends, and Herentals winning that one by 3-1. Well, the crowd who are really eager to get to the second match, and that promises to be a humdinger of a match between UWC from South Africa and Green Buffaloes from Zambia. Green Buffaloes, who are the 2022 champions, and one would hope that that match brings the stadium to life yet again. The fans have come in their numbers, and one's got to really say thank you to the people of Zimbabwe. Let's go down to the touchline and the interviews with the coach, just to get his views of the first of the 90 minutes.
Congratulations, Modi, your player of the match in the first encounter, making your debut. How excited are you this afternoon?
I'm very excited to have won the Player of the Match award. I am also happy for the team. This is a dream start to the tournament as we anticipated.
As an individual, how are you building on this one, going into the other games to come?